David called me, and it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I just remember he was tears, crying, and saying, "They're all gone. They're all gone. There was a plane crash, Carol, and they're all gone." And I said, "David, what are you talking about?" He said, "The skating team." He said, they were on their way to Worlds, and the plane's gone down, and there are no survivors."
Trying to put your arms around the number of people that we knew. Maybe not all of them personally, obviously, because there was family members. And frankly, for me, it was a next generation of skater that some of them I didn't know as well. Carol did.
These were my teammates. Laurence Owen and I had roomed together with Barbara Rolls at the in Squaw Valley at the '60 Olympics, and we roomed dorm style. The three of us had a room together. We had bunk beds. Bradley Lord I had trained with, Greg Kelly I had trained with, Stephanie Westerfield and Sherry Westerfield were my competitors. So, you know, I had spent 4 summers training with those boys, and it was hard to comprehend that they were gone. Judges that had judged me, that I knew well. Eddie Lemaire was one of the judges. He was from the Skating Club of New York. He'd come and watch my practices. So you go on and on and on down the names thinking, oh my word, you know, it was hard to fathom.
I heard about it from Carol. She called, I was at the office, and she called me, and Carol was worried that her coach, Pierre Bernet, had been in the, well, he was scheduled to be in the plane, but his skater, Donnie Jackson from Canada, he was Donnie's coach, and Donnie had the flu, and they had to put off leaving. And so by that stroke of luck, he was not in the plane. But the tragedy, of course, from just a very personal standpoint, with Eddie Scholden, my coach and David's, being on the plane, it was a terrible, terrible shock and loss.
I returned to medical school as fast as an airplane could get me there after the Olympics. And I had barely a few moments with Eddie afterward. And I hadn't had a chance to relive the moment with my coach. And he was going to come up to Boston and spend some time with me before he went over to the Worlds. And then he called and he said that with so many young skaters, he felt he should stay with the team. So I had looked forward to seeing him in Boston. And then the phone call that he was gone. So it left me with a feeling that we'd sort of halfway finished what we'd started, and that we couldn't have that period at the end of the sentence together.
But it was devastating to figure skating because the winners had retired, David and I, and the pair had retired. So now you've got second, third, and fourth place that were all on that plane, as well as coaches and judges who had been around a long time and officials. So we had to regroup not only skaters, but judges as well, and officials that knew a lot about the skating.
They were the skating family. And the skating family is pretty close. And I can say that even after all these years. It's a wonderful family to be part of. The remarkable thing is how quickly we were able to reestablish our position in the sport with Peggy Fleming winning in 1968. That was really, and that was not only a personal triumph for Peggy, but it meant so much to American figure skating, quite frankly, at that time.